What's up, Internet? Pocket Packs here with the reaction to the trailer that came out this morning. Let's go ahead and watch it through one time. So now I know it's Aloha, or however that's pronounced, Celestial Gardens. I knew that it was going to be at least 2 packs. Honestly, I don't think we'll ever see 3 packs in a set. But wow. Wow, there's a lot of cards going on. Rare candy. So let's go ahead and go back through this. So Rowlet, 20 damage, leafage. That's pretty stereotypical. Litten for the fire type. Heat tackle, 30 damage, 10 damage to itself. I feel like that's a pretty good balance instead of a discard. And then Poplioa. Only 20 damage. Okay. This is the metal type. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch it to your active. And it does 120 damage for 2 energy. Wow. Now, the only thing is, when you do retreat it, I mean, this is going to be great Dialga synergy right here. Because you just retreat it for Dialga over and over. And then you just bring it back out without having to use retreat. Like, this is going to be insane. Or Sky Shaman is going to see even more play than before. Ocario, 2 Psychic Energy, Dazzle Dazzle. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now confused. Okay. For 40 damage, that's pretty good for a basic Pokemon, even though it's 2 energy. We get a new Meowth that does more than 10 damage, but no draw, and it's a dark type. Raichu EX. Wow. 3 neutral energy. This attack does 30 more damage for each energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Wow. So we're seeing less powerful Gallade here. But with neutral energy, that gives it a lot of potential. Lunala EX. Once during your turn, you may move all psychic energy from one of your benched Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So only once per turn. Let's say, for some reason, you're charging up Gardevoir, and then you finally get this Lunar Blast. You could potentially, wow, that's huge, but let's see how that plays out in game. Oh, we already saw that one. Alohan Vulpix, 60 health, call forth cold. Oh, this is add energy to your Pokemon. That makes sense. Marowak is getting a fire type. Burning Bonemerang. My morning brain doesn't have enough energy for this. Flip 2 coins. This attack does 70 for each heads. If at least one of them is heads, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burnt. Wow. So we're finally seeing a Marowak that is potentially viable here. Same effect, basically, for Marowak. Instead of 80 damage, it's now 70 damage. It's 2 fire energy, 1 neutral. Wow, that's interesting. Rotom decks, look at the top card of your deck, then you may shuffle your deck. Rare Candy, choose one of your basic Pokemon in play. If you have Stage 2 card in your hand that evolves from that Pokemon, put that card onto the basic Pokemon to evolve it, skipping the Stage 1. You cannot use this card during your first turn or on a basic Pokemon that was put into play this turn. So basically normal evolution rules. And this isn't even a supporter. So you could potentially play more item cards on top of that. That's crazy. I thought it would for sure be a supporter. Put one of your neutral Pokemon that has damage on it into your hand. Okay. Lana, you can use this card if you have a Arquanid in play. Once again, just to remind people, I'm a Generation 3 guy, so the fact of the matter that there's a lot of new stuff, it's going to take me like 2-3 weeks before I get good at this. Switch in one of your opponent's bench Pokemon to the active spot. Wow, that's potentially great synergy there. We'll have to see all the cards before we actually can be like, oh yeah, this is worth it. Because this could potentially be a card that no one uses, you know. Alright, Kawaii. Choose one of your Alolan Marowak or Turnitor. Take 2 fire energy from your energy zone and attach it to that Pokemon. Your turn ends. Another excuse for fire energy to have ramp, but fighting doesn't have ramp? Okay. Mallow, heal all damage from one of your Shiinotic or... I don't know how to pronounce that. If you do, discard all energy from that Pokemon. Wow. So, a retreat, then playing this... Wow, that could be crazy. Choose one of your Palisand or Mimikyu that has damage on it. Move 40 of its damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Wow. So moving damage that's on a Pokemon to your opponent's Pokemon. Wow. A new kind of Giovanni here, because this isn't even like a red because it doesn't have to deal with EX. During this turn, attacks used by your Alolan, and then it's cut off. I'm guessing there's 2 Pokemon or 3 Pokemon names there, potentially. Do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. Wow, that's crazy. Heal 60 damage from one of your Stage 2 Pokemon. Now, I don't think this says what the apparent leak was for Lily, but I could be wrong. But yeah, that's the end of the trailer. It'll be available April 30th. Can't wait.